And for our mindfulness meditation, as always, let me invite you to just become still. Find a nice, comfortable position for your body and just be as still as you can comfortably be. That is good enough. Allow your eyes to close, your mind to remain awake, and let your body breathe all by itself, in and out through your nose, from your stomach area, as you relax into the stillness, into the peace of your inner world. And with your awareness inside your inner world, you now have control of all of your inner senses, conscious, deliberate control. And in mindfulness meditation, we use 5 or more inner senses in a deliberate act of creation, a deliberate act of positivity, a deliberate act of exploration, in order to gain wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and greater health and happiness. In this meditation, we shall explore asking for help. Asking for help is something that we do when we are feeling not okay, when we are not happy, when there are feelings of discomfort in your body, in our bodies. And when that discomfort becomes too much, too uncomfortable, we ask for help. Sometimes we stop ourselves from asking for help. There are many reasons, but perhaps the greatest of all is because we may fear that if we were to ask for help and start talking about our problems, the act of talking about them would actually make us feel worse, make us feel even more uncomfortable, and possibly make the problem worse. So, as we know, a problem shared is a problem halved. And there's a reason for this almost archetypal piece of wisdom. And it's because it's true. It has truth at its core. It is real. The act of describing our thoughts and feelings, even if they are painful ones, forces your brain into a processing mode. It forces your brain to process, to work with, to explore and understand more deeply. Then, first of all, the nature of the problem, and then the nature of the solution. You are a solution-seeking being. All human beings are. The human brain is designed to seek and to desire solutions. This is where fascination, intrigue, interest comes from. In the state of deep relaxation, we remove all of our fears and allow ourselves to ask ourselves for help. The state of meditation itself is an act of seeking self-guidance, self-insight, self-understanding, self-knowledge. So the act of meditation in itself is asking for help. So right now in your meditation, you are consulting your higher self. And of course, your higher self resides inside you. So with your awareness inside your body, you are now in a perfect position to consult with your higher self. In a moment, I'll invite you to do precisely that, using your conscious inner voice to ask a question of your higher self. And then we shall patiently wait for a few moments for the answer, and we shall listen together. After that, we will explore going outside of ourselves to an external agent or agency to ask help from the outside world. But for now, as you sit in your stillness with your breath, with your eyes closed and your mind awake, let me invite you just to very gently use your inner voice to ask your higher self what feels like the most important question right now for you to ask. It can be any question about absolutely anything, small, medium, large, existential, even trivial, anything you wish. Take a moment to use your inner voice, simply to voice the question as you ask for help from your higher self. And then just listen. Your higher self speaks in 5 languages. In fact, probably more, but 5 core languages. It speaks in words, and you may hear with your mind's ear your higher self actually talking to you with your own voice, explaining the answer, the solution. It might speak to you in pictures, sometimes just still images, other times whole movies. It can also communicate with you through fragrance, through taste, and of course, through feeling emotion, emotional feeling. So as you listen to the answer from your higher self, listen for a spoken voice. It'll be yours speaking to yourself. Feel for emotional change taking place in your heart, in your core, and through the rest of your body. There may be a fragrance, there may be a taste. Okay, I have a question for you. How do you feel right now as you engage in the act of seeking help consciously and deliberately from your higher self? What's it feel like to consult your higher self? How does it feel? Just notice. Don't judge, just notice. It might feel difficult, it might feel awkward, it might feel very smooth, it might feel very easy, it might feel very productive, it might feel very clear. Just notice how it feels. And this feeling describes your relationship with asking yourself, your higher self, for help. How comfortable do you feel asking your higher self? Don't judge good or bad. Don't judge yourself skillful or unskillful. Just notice where you're at. If you find this process easy and comfortable, then you are probably already consulting your higher self on a fairly regular basis, if not a very regular basis. If it feels clunky and awkward and difficult somehow, it may be just a difficult moment for you, or it may describe how unfamiliar you are at consulting your higher self. No judgment, just notice. Okay. Allow me now to invite you to bring to mind, as best as you can, that will be good enough, someone who exists in the outside world, someone who you would feel comfortable asking for help and receiving help from that person. Notice the pictures and images that come into your mind of the people who you may choose to ask for help from. It may be, of course, that there is no one, that no pictures come up, or if any do, you soon discard them as being not possible or even not appropriate. If so, just notice, just be aware. It is quite possible that there is no one in your life that you could share certain information with, and you wouldn't wish to. In this case, who would you ask? Where would you seek? Take a moment just to explore. Okay. So as our mindfulness meditation draws gently to a close, what you have just explored, what you have just done, what you've just engaged in is first of all asking yourself by consulting your higher self. And you've also explored the possibility of going outside of your body into the external world and asking for help there. So as we arrive very gently at the end of our mindfulness meditation, let me invite you to notice the light coming in through your eyelids, the feeling of your body weight resting, and the solid ground underneath your feet. And when you're ready, simply open your eyes and notice how good you feel.